Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Busayo and welcome to story jar making training. For this training, we'll be using gypsum powder. Yes, gypsum powder. As you can see, it's very white and it's the best. I like using it. Also, I have my story jar mold here. I have my mixing bowl. I have my scale. I have my water and wooden for mixing or to transfer into my jar mold. The jar with cover is 229. That was the previous time I make use of it. The cover only was 139 and the jar itself was 91 when it was still wet then. So when it's dry, I remeasured it, like I scale it again, and it was 106 while the cover is 67 and the jar is was 39. That was my previous testing. So let's assume I don't know the capacity of this particular jar and the amount of gypsum to use for it. So we'll be working with it right now to know the capacity of it, because if you don't know the capacity of what you're working with, there's possibility of you wasting your product or having excess after mixing. Also, let's assume this jar is 200 gram, but you don't know, then you make 300. That means you'll be wasting the rest, most especially if you don't have where to pour the rest, unless you have other molds to use. So now let's assume the jar itself is 100 gram. So when you put on your scale and put your bowl on it, you will see the number that will show that it's different number entirely, which you have to tear and take it back to 0.000 and measure your powder correctly. Also, with gypsum, you have enough time to mix, to do whatever you want to do. The storage jar, we are working with 200 gram, 100 gram for the main jar and 100 gram for the cover, which we are going to do 100 gram of gypsum powder and 100 grams of water. That's our measurement. We'll measure 100 gram first of gypsum powder, tear back to 0.00, then we'll measure 100 grams of water, and immediately I will start mixing it. So we do the practical now. So you can see on my scale, then tear back to 0.00. So at this point we are working with 200 gram, both gypsum powder and our water. So I will measure 100 grams of powder and 100 grams of water. So this is the gypsum powder now, so we do the calculation together. So it's already on 0.000. So this is the perfect time to measure our product, the gypsum powder, I mean. So be careful, you have to put it small, little by little. So exactly, so now it's 100 gram. I will tear again back to 0.00, then measure my water, 100 gram. Be careful. I don't want the water to be more than 100 gram, so that's why I'm doing it gradually, so and little by little. Unfortunately, like, it's over like 104, but it's still okay. So then I will start mixing immediately. So I have to mix it very well, even though I have enough time to mix, to do whatever I have to do, but it's not pop, this is gypsum powder. So I still have to mix and pour it into my storage jar. So I have to stir very well, mix very well, mix very well, so everything will be well mixed and properly mixed. So for gypsum, for pop, there is no time. It has by this time with pop, it has already started to solidify it already, but gypsum gives more time to mix, and you can also work with color, or better than pop, like I explained earlier in the previous video. So but now we measure this jar now and pour our mixing inside. So as you can see, we'll do that now. So I still have to mix a little bit. So I will take it back to 0.0. I have to tear down, take it back to 0.0. So now tear. So now I'm going to measure my jar to see what it's giving us. It's giving us 68. $74. Now it's giving us 74. So you have to tap it at the side so it will fill up the space, like the hair there will have to come out. So everywhere will be well filled up. Making use of my wooden to remove the popsicle on it. So we'll do the same thing with the cover also, for us to see what it will give us. So can you imagine? So exactly 200 grams, filling the two, both the jar and the cover. 200 grams is the perfect one. So I have to tap it at the side in case any hair is trapped inside, so it will come out and every part of the mold will be well filled up. It's also advisable to use your A2 paper or newspaper. It's really advisable you make use of it for clean working space and also to look more professional. We'll be back shortly for us to unmold. Thank you. Hello, ready to unmold now. So starting from the side, carefully, both sides, yes. Wow, ready. Our jar is ready. So the cover now, I have to be very careful. So from the both side, yeah. So we'll press it down from the middle, from the center. Oh, unfortunately. So not bad, it's still beautiful actually. So we take my sandpaper then to fill up the top, to smoothen it. It's still looking beautiful actually, so no worries. So to smoothen it. Still looking beautiful actually. So now here is the storage jar looking beautiful. Also, if it's your first time, please kindly like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and see you in my next video. Bye.